would you date a woman who has a male best friend or has platonic relationships with women?
You mean it?
I mean with men.
Wait. So you said that he can't have female friends, but you can have male friends?
Of course.
You're out of your mind.
I don't think men care about body counts.
Yo guys, welcome back to another episode on my channel. I'm sitting in this spot, which means I have a great conversation lined up for you today. You know, on this channel, we talk about all things dating and relationships to see if we can use the good knowledge and find what it is we're looking for. So without further ado, please welcome Kim to the show.
Hi.
Kim, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You jumped on last minute. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You know, my producer just heard that you got some things to say. But let's start off with your age or your age range, if you don't want to share your age. And one thing a guy should know about you if you want to take you on a date.
Oh, you're doing this to me. So I'm in my 20s.
Okay.
And right now I'm actually abstinent / celibate, so people don't need to know about wanting to date me.
Okay, as in you're not open to connecting with someone emotionally?
No, I'm not, but I'll waste your time if you want.
And waste your money if
yes.
you want. What's inspired this phase of abstinence for you?
Right now, it's just, I think for men and women, we all need that time where we just focus on our goals and our, get that clarity, like get out of the dating pool and sort of date yourself.
So do you take yourself on dates?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah? What was the last place you took yourself?
I eat by myself all the time. I'm like...
Is that a date though?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
I'm getting to know me, yes.
If a guy's like, hey, I want to take you on a date and you just order Nando's in.
No, I would not go Nando's with a guy, first of all.
Really, boy? What's wrong with Nando's?
No, I mean, if you're dating me...
Oh, I see.
Yes. I mean, I have this thing that it does require like minimum spend of £500 on a date.
The first date?
Yes.
You're joking.
No.
Why do you quantify quality with how much he spends on you?
That's a good question. I think that because when I date, I'm courting really. I'm not like dating for the sake of just for like pleasure. So it requires, for me, I feel like time is money. And do
you think your time is worth more than his? That's why he has to pay for it?
100%. To get me out of the house is like a mission in itself. So make it worth my while.
But then if you're saying that you wouldn't, a guy that you know, and you're saying that you wouldn't meet with him unless he spends a certain amount, you don't really like him. Because if you liked him, you'd be like, oh, well, I do want to build something with him, so I am going to make the effort.
Nah, you see, in theory, that sounds like how it goes. But I feel like if you like me, then you're going to have to meet my requirements. It's like if you apply for a job and in the job description, they set out clear guidelines as to what it takes to take on this job.
Yep.
So I treat myself like a job. Like, okay, if you want to date me, you want to talk to me, spend some money. Like, I don't want to... we can have this conversation over something that I like. I
hear you. And I understand why you want to do that.
Yes.
But there's a danger to this. And the danger with this is if you are... Because the thing is, if you're dating him, right, and you've got a financial requirement,
yes,
right, I'm guessing, obviously maybe not now, but there'll be points where you're going to be intimate with him.
I highly doubt it.
So wait, you wouldn't be intimate with a guy?
Remember, I'm abstinent and...
Yeah, like outside of that though?
Nah.
No? So you're a virgin?
No. No.
All right, so you've been intimate with guys before then, right? Guys that you were into before?
Well, they don't count.
What do you mean they don't count?
Like they just, if it's a thing of the past. I don't live there. I'm here now.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that if there was a guy that you actually see potential with, right, when you're dating, you're gonna, even if it's like a kiss, right, you're gonna be intimate with him to some degree.
Fair enough.
So if you're saying that there's a price to that, you're making yourself sound like an escort.
No, I'm not an escort. No way. I don't even know what an escort is, really. What
you're describing is an escort. You're saying if you want me to go on dates with you, you have to pay me. That's what you're saying.
No, you're going to pay for my time. I didn't say you have to pay me. You're paying for my time. To get me out of the house I see it as it's expensive. I'm sorry. I do feel like it's inexpensive at the same time, but it's not like you can meet loads of women who are willing to do absolutely nothing and date you. I'm just not one of them. My time requires like well thought out things that have to happen, and no, sex is not on the table. Like just because you're with me or just because we're on this date and you're spending money.
No, I'm not saying that sex should definitely be on the table.
Yeah,
just
or
because she doesn't
intimacy.
date.
No.
Oh, well, I'm just saying it's natural for if two people like each other and they're spending more time for them to be intimate. So what if you had a son and he goes, Mom, I met this girl, she's really cool, I like her, I want to take her out. But she said, for me to take her out, I have to spend minimum £500. What would you tell him?
This is a good question. And I can't answer that because I don't think that far. Like it's not, we're all living our own, I know, but we're all living our own experiences. And I think if you was talking to a woman that you really desired and, she asked for you to spend a certain amount of time and money in order to get to know her, you would spend it. I think most men would.
Well, I'm just saying, what advice would you give to your son about that woman?
She is who she is. You are who you are. You're gonna either, you meet you meet people where they are really, there's women who are comfortable with, who will like you and just want to go on a coffee date with you. There's women that want you to show them a good time. There's women that, don't require anything, just want to talk to you. So it's really like pick your poison.
I hear that. I always say, coffee dates should be a good first dates. You shouldn't be spending that much for either party. One, because you don't want to be in a pressure environment, because you could go for dinner with someone and then after the starter, you realize you're not really connecting, you're not really vibing, but now you have to sit through the next 2 hours with them, right? Two, some people are just looking for a free meal. It's the truth, right? So it filters anyone who's just looking for that. And three, if she genuinely likes you and has genuine desire for you, she will have no problem going on a coffee date with you. And then after the coffee date, because you don't know if you want to invest in this person, like more. So you go on this coffee date for an hour, whatever, you find out, oh, I really like the person. Now I want to invest in taking us out somewhere. But on the first date, nah, that's too much.
I will never go on a coffee date with a man. That sounds insane. Now, what are we gonna, first of all, caffeine is addictive. So you clearly have me on some sort of drugs. And like, why would I do that?
Or water.
Okay, fair enough. But why would I leave my house to go drink water with a man? Like, that's crazy.
Do you like men?
Yeah, obviously. I like the men that I like though, innit?
And the reason I'm asking is it sounds like you like what men can do for you, not as opposed to liking who they are as people.
Oh, no, because a lot of men are, I know how to describe it really, but like a lot of men don't actually know who they are. So why would I I wouldn't want to, for a man who hasn't done the inner work and doesn't actually live in abundance, etc., it's not going to work for me. Like, so many men are just the next man. They're not themselves. And I'm all about the individual. So fair enough. Like, yeah, I am attracted to men, but right now there's like no man that I like.
I hear that. And I agree with you. I think a lot of people don't know themselves, and I agree men should grow in themselves. It's just funny that you say you're all about the individual, but then you have a financial requirement. If they don't meet that financial requirement, you're not about the individual at all.
No, I'm sorry. Like,
hey, wear it like a badge, man. At least you're honest. Be honest about it. That's what it's about.
It just filters out the pool for me.
What do you think it filters out?
Like the dating pool. Like the dating pool has poo-poo in it, and I just don't want to be dealing with shit.
Do you not think there are men who have money who are shit?
No, of course there's men who are poor who are shit. There's men with money who are shit. There's shit men everywhere. Same way there's some really awful ladies that,
Sure.
Really...
Do you not think there are great men who maybe aren't, crazy rich to be spending £500 on the first date?
Well, I don't know where they at because I don't know.
So maybe because I understand, I think it's really good to have a filter, right? I agree, because you want to be able to filter and vet people.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not about having a financial requirement. Maybe it's about knowing what to look for in character that shows that this person isn't going to be a waste of your time.
Nah, I've tried that. Actually, I've not tried that.
Okay.
But I wouldn't do that. I just feel like who I am, like, you know, a London city girl who's obviously on a break from dating and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's important that women, you know, people, how do people value themselves? Where do people place these values? And if, for me, it's like, I value my time and I value anyone who wants to spend time with me. But in saying that, that's why I have my requirement, and not a lot of people will meet that. And that's okay. Doesn't mean that I'm going to bend or fold for that. Nah. I'm not saying only the right people, but, you know, niggas who are on that will do that. And that's okay.
I hear that. And I'm not telling you to change. I'm just saying, I think just be aware of what comes with that, because there are some guys who will hear that you have that requirement and they'll meet that just to hit it and quit it, just to prove a point to you, right? Because a lot of guys will hear that and be like, oh, I'm not saying this is what you think.
Yeah,
this is how guys can hear, right? They think, oh, so you think you're really something to be asking for this, right? So I'm going to meet this requirement. I'm going to hit it, and then you're not going to hear from me again, just to bring it down a peg. Some guys will do that.
I can't lie. I hear it still.
I'm just saying that's the danger that comes.
Yeah, you've got to be careful. Definitely. That's a con of, you know, there's pros
having this
and
financial requirement.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. You're very clever. I like that. But again, like, it's a risk that I'm willing to take. And I don't, again, that's how I vet people at the end of the day. Like, if you clearly want to, do you get it? Spend some time, spend some shmoney, and it'll be fine.
Spend that shmoney, boy.
Do you get it?
I feel like I've agreed with you. What's something you'd like to ask or bring to conversation today?
Okay, so I've got like an interesting question.
Go for it.
Would you invite a woman that you've been intimate with to your wedding?
Obviously, she's not my wife.
No, but like a fling, like someone of the past.
No.
Okay.
I think that's disrespectful.
I think so too. And if you found out that your wife invited someone that she slept with to your wedding, what would you do?
Did she ask for my permission for him to come?
I don't know.
If she didn't, then the wedding's off.
But what if you found out afterwards?
Wedding's off. It's off. No.
That's really strict.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe it's my Nigerian background, but respect is very important, right? I expect the level of respect I would afford her, right? I expect the same in return. If we've got to the wedding day and she's not given that, I've fucked up by choosing to marry her because she doesn't have the same level of respect for me that I do for her. You ask me, would I invite a woman? No. If I was going to, I would say, hey, this person I have history with, I'm inviting them because of X. How do you feel? If you have an issue with that, cool. Neither here or there. But if she invites a guy and I don't know, I've messed up in choosing her. Because that tells me something about her that I didn't know.
But I feel like the reality is a lot of I'd say like in today's day and age, it's quite, with like the male best friend pandemic. Because I'm sorry, it just really irks me.
Would you be male best friend?
Like I don't know, like this generation's kind of like messed up in a way, because girls and guys are actually struggling to be friends, like maintain what's that word?
Platonic?
That's it. Relationships and friendships with the other gender. So like every other week when I'm on the media, there's like, you know, there's there's male best friends who've like hit, there's male best, I don't know why though, because I feel like the older generation were able to have like male friends and female friends and be okay with it. But like me, myself, I could not date someone who has female friends. Like, I am your only female friend. I am your lover. I am the number one. Like, the only other female friend is your mother or your sisters or your cousins. Anyone outside of that, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Unless you obviously work with her, if she's like your employee, that's okay. If like, you know, she, again, it has to be in sort of that capacity. But outside of just being friends with a woman, I don't feel like I would feel comfortable in being in that kind of relationship with a man who can have like female friends, because even though I know females, like, they have control over where a relationship with a man goes.
If he is interested, yes.
I mean, even if he's not.
No, if he's not interested, then no, she doesn't.
I don't think that's true.
So I agree with you. I think men and female strictly platonic friendships are rare. I agree with you.
In today's day and age, because before
Yes.
it was okay. Before you'd have...
I don't think it was. I think the reason it happened, it was like that before, was because we had much stricter rules around sex outside of marriage. But now we don't. That's why it's hard, because now you can have sex with anyone and no one's going to frown upon you. There's no shame for it. I'm not saying there should be, but in this sexual liberated times, there's not that level of barrier or entry, right? And especially if we go back to kind of, you know, depending how far back you want to go, if we're saying no sex before marriage, now it was quite often, you know, young men would lose their virginity to prostitutes so they could get some experience, but the women would be virgins, right? So it was a thing of, if a woman gave herself to a male best friend, that would affect her chances of her future prospects for husbands.
Wow,
right?
that's crazy.
That's the way it was. So the reason it was easier back then was because there was a stigma around sex. Now there isn't, which is why it's harder. I agree with you.
Would you date a woman who has a male best friend or has platonic relationships with women?
You mean it?
I mean with men.
Yeah, imagine she can't have any female friends ever. So this is, I would say,
Yes.
any male friend of hers that she had before me is fine.
Okay.
Why are you collecting male friends after me?
All right.
Now, it depends. To be honest, I'm quite laxed. Maybe it's a little bit of arrogance, but I'm like, you wouldn't be with me if I weren't your top choice.
Oh,
So
I like that.
So
that.
I'm a bit laxed with it, but I think with new men that enter her life, I think certain boundaries have to be in place. So for example, like, you're not meeting with him one-to-one. Like, why?
Why not?
Why, like, outside of work, unless he's like a work colleague, what other reason are you trying to build an emotional intimacy with him?
Yeah, but why would, if it's her friend, we meet our friends one-on-one. If it's someone you call your friend, you can meet them in any capacity. You can go on holiday with your friends. You can do all sorts of
She can go on holiday with
friends.
another man that she met after me. Are you mad?
Okay, what about one she's met before?
Different.
Okay, so she can just take a flight with her male friend.
If they were friends before, because here's the thing. The truth is, if they were friends before, it means that he probably wants her, but she didn't want him. If she didn't get with him when she was single, she's not going to be getting with him when she's in a relationship with a man that she wants.
Wow.
So that's why I'm saying, if they were friends before, it's calm.
Yeah,
right?
but things change.
And I'll feel sorry for him, to be honest. I'll be like, oh.
No, I just don't trust it, you know. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of men have hidden agendas, innit? Like, you might be fat. If you see me naked, you might just change your mind about like...
But like, if they're friends of yours, why would they see you naked?
I see my friends naked.
Female friends is different.
Why? We're all humans.
But you literally just said you don't feel comfortable with your man having
No, but doesn't
friends.
mean that I can't have male friends.
Wait. So you said that he can't have female friends, but you can have male friends?
Of course.
You're out of your mind.
No, 100%. You can't. I'm very like possessive over, well, in practice and in theory. I'm a possessive partner. So
where does that come from? Why do you think you're like that?
No, I am like that. It's just how I am. Like, I like to, when I give out like my emotions and my love, it comes with, it's not unconditional love that I always like give in relationships, because I need to get to know who you are as a person. But one thing I have is like a set of rules that you have to abide by. Like everyone has rules, or a lot of, you can't break my rules basically. And one of my rules is you can't have female friends. It will not work. But you can't tell me that I can't have a male friend. Even if I've met him before, if I meet him after, I'm in a business that requires me to be able to network with men. So you can't really,
You can disagree with this. A lot of this sounds like,
Yes.
and correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't mean to say this to purposely offend you, but I'm just saying how it's coming across. It sounds like you've been seriously burned in the past, and because of that, you have these very strict rules.
Never.
No?
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I don't think I even let people close like that for that to occur. And if anything,
That's an issue though.
No, I'm just saying that if anything, it's I have this thing where I just leave. Like I just leave when things are not going in a way that I like. I'll just get up and
You don't
leave.
want to work.
I don't work through things. Like I'd rather, because a lot of people, like I just won't be collateral damage of, relationship. It's not who I am. If you're presenting things that I don't understand, I will abandon the ship, and that's okay. But I know, at least I feel like at least I come with like a set of rules. I am not one of these people who are quite I don't have like a laissez-faire approach when it comes to relationships.
I hear what you're saying, and I understand the principle from where you're saying it from. Do you not think do you want a long-term relationship with someone? Do you want a long-term partner that you can build a life with?
One day.
Okay. Do you not think there are going to be compromises you're both going to have to make it work?
Compromise? What is compromise?
No?
That's the saying. No. I mean, it's...
I think you're going to be, I think if you're not, I think it's good to have certain principles, but if you can't be flexible and be able to compromise for the person that you want to choose, I think you're going to struggle to have a long-lasting relationship with someone, because by definition, a relationship brings compromise. Like there's no such person who is the perfect person out there for you, and vice versa.
Says who?
You think there is?
I think there is.
Okay, I think you've watched one too many romantic films.
And why do men always think that, the girl watches so many movies when she actually believes in love? I don't get it.
I'm not saying that love doesn't exist. Love definitely exists, but the love that our grandparents had that stood the test of time, they made compromises to each other and they worked through things. And you just said you're not willing to work through it, so you're not going to have that.
No, that's not true. I just won't. I'm not going to work through certain things. Yeah,
certain things, yes, of course. But like, for example,
I'm not going to compromise like my standards. No way.
Well, for example, if you meet a guy that you really want, but he has a female best friend who's been like a sister to him since he was young, and you're saying, nah, that's it for me, I think that's unreasonable.
Nah, sorry, it's not.
You don't think that's unreasonable? All right. Fair enough.
Me or her, innit? You pick. Like, we all have choices to make. If you really believe
who's like a sister to him.
If you really believe that I am the one for you,
Well, she's a half sister.
Well, if she's a half sister, that's different.
Well, she's a fourth cousin.
Nah, we're not. See, I don't compromise. Like,
we're not even a fourth cousin.
I'm joking. Obviously, they're still related, innit? But doesn't mean I know men that sleep with their cousins in certain cultures and traditions. No, if you want to take it, they will take it. There,
none of this.
I grew up with people who are whose mum and dad are cousins.
Yeah, that's weird though.
Yeah, well, it happens, don't it? They fell in love and they share the same grandparents. They fell in love and they shared the same grandparents.
But would you choose someone from that culture?
Come on, man. Oh, no.
That's my point. You wouldn't choose that. I'm sorry,
I'm not on that.
That's my point.
Like, if I find out that, you get it, like, you are a product of something like that, I'm not on it still.
I hear that. All right, let me ask you something.
Go on.
Do you think everyone deserves a relationship?
No way.
No?
No.
Why do you say no?
Why do I say no?
Yeah.
Do you think everyone deserves a relationship?
I don't know.
Why?
Oh, it's Jude.
What, ladies first?
Yeah, ladies first. I'm a gentleman.
That's sexist.
What, being a gentleman?
No, it's equality here, isn't it?
Oh, being a gentleman?
No, well, no, never mind.
Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, in that case, if we go out, I'm not spending 500. We spend 250 each. Equality, yeah?
Shut up.
Equality,
no
yeah?
fucking way.
Equality.
Okay, no, I don't believe everyone deserves a relationship. That's crazy.
Why not?
Come on, man. There's some... Okay, why people don't deserve relationships? There's some really crappy people, like, on the outside, on the in, and they deserve to be alone. I've got a real reasoning behind this, but I just...
You have a lot of rules.
Yeah, again, I do.
Are you a teacher?
I teach these men. Don't laugh.
Oh, okay. You say that.
No, I don't believe everyone deserves a relationship. Relationships actually do require work. I didn't say compromise. It requires work, and it requires like whatever. The purpose of a relationship is that the ship is sailing somewhere. A lot of people just want to be together for nothing, or, you know, even why I have my rules is because why would I want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't know where they're going, what they're on, what they're doing? Like, for me, it has to... there has to be like a purpose. Like, when I'm dating, I date to marry. Hence why I've got these rules as well. Like, I don't want to be wasting my time just dating for the sake of it. Like, I don't want to waste any time in 30s, 40s, 50s, heck, 10s. I'm not on it. Like, yeah.
I hear that. What kind of man do you want to marry? When you picture yourself with your husband, future husband, what does he look like to you?
He's going to be sexy. Oh my gosh, I just feel like I've got like a whole list.
I'm sure you do. That's why I'm giving you the opportunity to lay it out.
Well, I'll just give you like my top 3.
Okay.
I guess sexy, financially stable, and a big dick. All know how to like sexually.
In what order? In what order?
No, we're not going to do that. It just has to be all 3. I want the full package, period. What about you?
What kind of woman do I want?
Yeah. But you're going to try that. He's going to describe like a perfect woman. Like.
Well, I'll give you my top 3.
Go on.
She has to be attractive. I have to find her attractive. That's important. Emotionally intelligent. And loyal. Yeah.
I fuck with that still.
Does any of that surprise you?
No, I feel like a lot of women are like that. A lot of women are attractive, a lot of women are loyal, and a lot of women have emotional intelligence. So
what percentage of women do you think
I'd say
take those?
I would say it depends where we are though, innit? If we're like Western women, like maybe 40%.
Okay. Do you think 40% of women are getting the relationships they want?
Well, I don't know. I can only speak for myself.
Very true. What about the people you know?
What, my friends and that?
Your friends, girls you know?
Yeah. They're good women.
Oh, as in like they're getting the relationship, they're in relationships that they want.
Yes. They're, you know, at the end of the day, when you're dating, it's, again, you've got to be intentional about it. Like you said, you're looking for loyalty, emotional intelligence, and attractiveness. So just based on seeking something like that, there's going to be women who are not so emotional intelligent but are attractive and loyal. So then you're not going to compromise. You're going to have to keep searching. So like, let's say with what I like, financially secure men and good
appendix.
Yeah. And what was the third one?
You tell me. It's your list.
Fuck. No, because there's way more. That was just like, it'll come back to me. But yeah.
It wasn't that important then, was it?
No, it was. It was.
You're funny. What do you think the man that you want? What do you think he
And
looks for?
sexy. That's
Oh,
it.
sexy. Yeah.
Sexy men.
What do you think he looks for in a woman? If he was going to list his top 3 things, what do you think those would be?
Shit, that's a good question. I feel like men are really shallow though. A lot of men are really shallow. Like, again, what you've described, it might be 40% or like 50% of women already have that. So then it's like, what next? What more do you require? Like,
I think men are shallow. I think men have a much smaller list than women, but the things on the list are incredibly significant to him.
okay.
So what do you think that man wants in a woman? Because if you're going to be with that man, it's important you know what he wants. Otherwise, you won't get that man.
Well, I get any man I want, but
Any man you want?
yes.
Okay.
It's just that I don't actually want a lot of these men.
Do you think having sex with a man is
That's not getting a man, no.
Oh, what's getting a man?
No, getting a man is getting a man where you want them.
Which is where?
To do what you want, to listen, to obey, to worship me. Simple.
Ah, you want a man to obey you?
Yes.
So the husband you described, do you want him to be a leader or a follower?
No, he's not gonna follow anyone. Only me on Instagram.
You said you want him to on Instagram. You said you want him to obey you though.
Yeah, I think
that means he wouldn't be a leader in the relationship.
Well, how does that mean that?
How can the leader be the one who's obeying? That doesn't make sense.
Because being a leader is not like. Wait, give me a minute. Actually,
she's struggling, guys. She's struggling.
I am not.
She's struggling.
I'm fine. Being a lead, like, hold on, when it comes to leadership, yeah, because leadership, I am the project manager of the relationship.
That's the leader, yeah.
Yeah, so do you get it?
So he's not the leader. That's the point I'm making.
It's not that he's not the leader. We all play different positions. We all play different things. We can both, do you get what I mean? You can lead in the bedroom, but I'll make all the other rules. Like, we all play different positions. Because a lot of men, when they talk about, lead the relationship, they're probably talking about choking a bitch. Like, I just can't be asked. It's so. No, I'm just saying, that's sexual dominance. Like, is that what you talk about when you're leading? Like, I have to be the leader. I have to wear the trousers. Like, I feel like it's a real, wearing the pants in a relationship, wearing the trousers in a relationship. Like, what the fuck? You don't even have pants at home. Like, what are you.
I think I agree. If a guy is saying leadership is just dominance in the bedroom,
no, but in more time, most men, that's their mentality.
Okay, like,
they just want to lead you. Do you get what? They don't know what, they say that even let's say marriage, people get married because it's what the woman wants. Like, a lot of men actually don't take initiative to, as much as it is on the man to propose and sort out the wedding, that's like him leading the relationship in a way, isn't it? If he actually wants to.
No, I disagree. If you're going to lead,
yes,
right, it means you take the responsibility with authority. Responsibility without authority is slavery.
And a lot of men want slaves as girlfriends.
No, but they're not.
She has to cook, wrong. Clean. Did you get what I mean? Hold the whole household together.
Okay, yeah, but he's the one.
But he's leading. So what exactly is he leading? Another person's mind?
Okay, well, if he is the one who is the breadwinner, if he is the one who makes sure that she is safe, if he is the one who makes sure she is taken care of in terms of providing frame for her to exist and make the home that she wants, right? Then they are both serving the relationship in different ways. You even said it yourself. We bring different things to the table and we serve in different ways and play different roles.
Yes.
So if a man, for example, if he wants a stay-at-home mum or wife or whatever, right? That's not her being a slave. That's her just subscribing to a role. I'm not saying women have to do that, right? But subscribing to that role does not mean you're a slave, because it means she also has authority over things within the home, right? So you're saying about, a man has to lead and it's his job to do things, right? But he's going to obey you. Do you know what's really funny? In marriage vows, it's in the vows of the wife to say to obey my husband. Do you know that? Of course
he's going to bring that up.
But I'm just asking if you know that.
Of course he was going to bring that up.
Will you say those vows?
Look, Look, there is not a lot of men in this world who are even worth those vows. Like, let's just put it there.
You're not trying to marry all men.
What'd you say? I know, but it's a very select few who I think that God has chosen for you, that you can go the mile with. But for just these normal, do you get what I mean? Men, these normal men who want the world for nothing, definitely not. I'm not on that. And at the end of the day, I do feel like, as much as everyone feels like wants to be taken serious and wants that fairy tale life and whatever, everyone's fairy tale is different. Some people, it's different for everyone. We all want different things. Like, I know what I want, so I know that because I know what I want, it cuts out a lot of bullshit. I don't have to deal with a lot of things that a lot of women deal with. I don't deal with infidelity. I don't deal with having to let a man lead the relationship. No, I'm not one of those. I lead the relationship because I know what I'm on. When you're coming on my ship, and that's okay. I'm not saying like I want some. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that he's following me, but
just obeying you.
Yeah, like, you'll submit. It's
He's not following me, but he's going to obey me.
No, but no. When you're saying it like that, you're confusing me.
I'm just saying about what you told me.
I said, yeah, like, what's wrong with a man obeying a woman? We're all men. I mean, not all men, not like that, but we're all like, we're mankind, isn't it? Like,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
but that's why I asked you. A man who's going to obey you, he's probably not going to be in the leadership role that you would. That
a lot of people want. Yeah, the relationship that people fantasize about.
Sure, I mean, like you said, everyone wants different things.
Exactly.
There's something I want to ask you. So I know you have these requirements. How long have you kind of been withdrawn yourself from the dating market?
Oh, it's been a while.
How long?
I'm not on it still.
Like a year?
Well, not. I mean, it depends. No, not a year. I wouldn't say a year.
Okay, let's even say it's been the past year. I know it hasn't been. Let's even say.
Okay.
I know your age, even though you didn't disclose it. But how many years would you say you've been dating? What age did you say you started dating guys?
Well, I lost my virginity at 19.
Okay. So like the better half of a decade. At least.
No, don't be saying it like that. Because I tap out. I don't date. I date because I want to, not because I have to.
No, I assume most people only date because they want to.
No, sorry. We get these. There's people who date to procreate. There's people who do date for their own different agendas. Like, I date for fun. I feel like I'm a special person. So,
What I'm saying is, you've had years of experience in the dating market.
Well, yeah, I've almost got engaged.
Okay. So how many, out of all the guys that you've come across and met, how many of those men meet the requirements that you're looking for? That are very specific.
Quite a few, I can't lie.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Quite a few. I'm quite fortunate in that aspect because...
How come you're not... Are you with any of them now? Or
I don't want no one. I have to pour into me. We all have to go through periods in life where you just have to focus on yourself. It doesn't matter if you was dating. It doesn't matter. Even this is why so many people are getting divorced, because there is a time where everyone just needs to be by themselves to focus on their goals before you allow yourself to get into a relationship, like enable yourself to actually get to know someone better.
Yes, but I think the main reason people are getting divorced is because people don't want to work through it. That's why. And people aren't willing to compromise.
But why would you compromise? Do you compromise for what you want?
There are things I'm willing to compromise on, yes.
For yourself?
What do you mean?
Like, for your own needs? Like, do you compromise on your own, like, requirements? Like, what you need as a person?
My standard for myself?
Yes.
My standard for my
For
partner?
yourself?
No, not for myself.
Exactly. So then...
I'm in control of me. I'm not in control of someone else. And also,
well, if you're leading the relationship, then
but that's why I said there's some things I'm willing to compromise on, and some things I'm not. Like, I agree, principle and core values, not willing to compromise, because that means you're not a right fit. But for example, like, would most guys be like, oh, if she has male friends, I'm not about it. But if she had male friends before me, I'm like, calm. That's a compromise I'm willing to make. I'm not a big texter, right? I prefer to have a phone call like once every few days.
sounds so toxic. That doesn't even make sense.
It does.
What do you mean?
I think it's about quality, not quantity.
Like, why would you not text someone every day? That's crazy.
Okay, what do you think is more important? 5 texts over like 2 days, or like an hour phone call?
An hour phone call every day.
Every day?
Minimum.
No.
You're single, right?
No.
Yeah. So you have a girlfriend, or
I have someone, yes,
who is like, she doesn't mind you not calling her every day.
No, that's ridiculous. No, I'm busy.
Wait, what?
I'm too busy.
It doesn't matter about busy.
Yes, it does.
This is why I don't even want to say what I want to say. Let's just
say it with your chest.
No, I'm not. I just feel like
you can't hurt my feelings.
This is why niggas get cheated on. Like, why are you not gonna call your missus every day? Why are you not gonna call someone you're dating every day? See me, like, we have to speak every day. There's not one day if I'm dating you that I'll go past that. I don't know what you're on, what you've eaten. Do you get what I mean?
That sounds
like,
very controlling.
Well, hell, it might be, but that's how it is. That's how it is. That's my. Do you get it?
So own it. Own that you're a controlsive person. Like, you like to control what he's doing in a relationship. I've been saying
I am I don't hide. Like, I am a control freak.
Okay, so but you understand that's very specific to you.
Yeah, and a lot of other women who also require that kind of attention and that kind of care from a man, from her partner.
If a woman would cheat because she's not getting an hour's phone call from her man, she's not a loyal woman. It's that simple.
Well, that obviously defeats the purpose of loyalty. But at the end of the day, if you can't, this is why women do cheat. Because why would I date someone like? Why would I date someone who does not check up on me every day? Like, this new age stuff isn't making sense.
Because she's not a child. She's a grown-ass
woman.
It
doesn't. She could be...
If she needs me, she'll call me.
Vice versa. But I feel like I need to be checked on, like, every day. I need to check on you every day. It's not about being a child. It's about the attention. When you care about when you care about things and, like, people, and when you have... I don't know. Like, I know how to explain this. Your car needs to be serviced every 3 months or whatever, and however long that it takes. Like, you care about your car, you take her out, you wash her, you clean her or him, whatever, the car though, innit? Like, you take care of the things that you love with meticulous care. Like, that's how I feel like women should be treated in relationships. Like, if he's not going all out for you like that, then he's not the one. I can't even believe that there's a woman who can live with a partner who does not call her every day. If you hate me, you should just say that. Like, I don't know. You should just say that.
Let me ask you a question. Who do you love the most in your life?
Me. That's who I love the most.
Outside,
me.
Outside, I can tell that. I can tell that a lot. Outside of yourself, who do you love the most? Who's someone you really love?
I love my family.
Okay. Like, and do you call each family member every day? Not
each family, but my dad calls me every single day. So he set that standard where, like, no guy's gonna come into my life and not call me. If you want to be with me, not check up on me every day.
So you're looking for
just saying. No, I didn't say that. My mum calls me too. So I'm just saying, like, so.
So basically, the people who have treat you like children.
No, oh my gosh.
The people who raised you, right? The parent-child relationship are the people who call you every day.
No, okay, what? So, because
talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
You're so funny.
Thank you.
Obviously not.
I should be a comedian.
Look, if you're building, my siblings call me every day.
They call you every day.
I can show you my call
log every
cousins? Day. My best friend calls me every day. Do you get it? Like,
how do you have enough time in the day?
It's not about time. You make time for the people that you love. Like, I'm sorry, if I had a man and he didn't call me every single day, I'll just, my mind will not even. I'm not even gonna go there, but I just feel like you can only blame yourself.
No, wait.
You can only blame yourself as a man if I go and do something that you don't like.
I think you should go there? What
just
were you
saying.
gonna
No,
what
I'll
were you
just
gonna
leave.
say?
We'll just skim past that one a little piece, yeah? Because
See, this is why I said it sounds like you've been burned in the past,
no,
because you're like,
it's
I'm not gonna go there. Have you had an experience with that?
no. What I'm saying is I don't want to go there because it's just deep territory. Like, not a lot of people are gonna understand. That's all.
But we like to
But
provide valuable conversation. More people resonate with you than you think.
hear what I'm saying, but a lot of people are still going to sit here and think she's absolutely insane.
That's
and
okay.
I understand
People
that.
think I'm crazy. You think I'm crazy?
Yeah, you don't
There you
call
go.
you don't
There you
call
go.
the person that you're dating every day. That's
No.
so sad. This is what I'm saying about my rules. I'm so glad that I have them, because imagine you don't understand that this is a requirement. This is what it actually takes to date me, get to know me. Then you're not I'll just throw you away. I don't need this. I leave people alone.
I think
Like,
if a
fair
man
enough,
doesn't-
I know where you're coming from, like, oh, the parent, the sibling, but I just feel like it's care. Like, when you use your I'm not comparing as well, like a human to a car or like whatever. For me, like, love is an action word as well. It's not just you. If you say that you love me, you're gonna show me that you love me, and it be the little things that show me that you love me as well as the big things. It's a balance. It's a mixture. But one thing I will not ever tolerate is these excuses, like these modern day excuses where people are like, we're very busy, we live our lives, and you know what, I'm not going to hit you on Monday, but Thursday I'm going to hit you, and in the space of 4 days you get on with it, because we all get on with it anyways, like, inevitably, yeah. But like, on Tuesday I'll text you, Friday I'll hit you up, and you're supposed to be the love of my life. You're supposed to be someone that I want to spend the rest of my life with. How the fuck are we ever even going to get there?
So-
I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense. And it's no wonder, like, these relationships and these women are moving like you. But then I just feel like also, if it feels neglectful for me, like, so how you approach your relationship, but it's everyone to themselves. I'm just saying, like,
So the original conversation was, we were talking about compromise. And the reason I said about have a call once every few days, for me, that's what's ideal for me. However, the compromise that I make is that I'm willing to text maybe every day, every couple of days.
maybe,
Yeah.
Lord.
And I say maybe. I mean, I do. I make an effort, because if a girl expresses that's how she feels love and affection, and if I'm interested in her, then I'll make that effort. The whole point of this conversation was about compromise, but now I said a call once every few days, and you went on a whole rant, and that's okay. I'm glad you shared what you thought. But let me ask you something. Do you think it's a reasonable requirement for a guy to expect head from you every day?
I was actually getting there, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
get to the
gonna
head.
say, let's go.
Let's get to the head.
I was gonna say, I'm not being funny, but this is what I mean. A man's compromise is that, okay, babes, you're bleeding, so suck my dick. Like, you love me, we can't do this.
every
I'm
day.
just saying. Hold on.
Every
One
day.
second.
Okay, sorry. I'll let you land. Every day.
Kit is not serious, you know. This guy.
We love it.
First of all, a man's compromise, yeah. How men think the compromise, because I feel like this is where compromise comes into things. Okay, your missus or the person that you're seeing is bleeding, so the compromise is you've got another holder, let me use your mouth, or whatever BS, yeah, that comes around, like, that compromise. And this is why I don't compromise, because if I'm not doing something, I ain't doing it, like, full stop. You're not. If I don't want to suck your dick today, I'm not doing it. You're not forcing your genitals in my mouth. I'm not doing it. What was the question? Would I compromise to suck dick every day?
No, I said, do you think it's a reasonable standard for a man to have?
If you are in a relationship, why not? Like, if I actually love my person, I want your willy in my mouth every day. But clearly, we have to get this eventually.
No,
but
of
if I
course.
don't like you, I ain't doing it. And if I'm not with you, I ain't doing it. People do this for nothing.
No, I'm saying if you're with him, you say you would do that. If he's like, this is a standard of mine, right? You have to give me head every single day.
I'm not compromising. If I like someone, naturally, I have there's.
What about the days you don't want to?
There are no days I don't want to. If I love you, I want to suck that dick
I
every
love
day.
you.
Like,
I
every
want
day,
it.
puppy. Do you get what I mean?
I love it. I hear that. That's fair. I hear you. Listen, each to their own, right? We're just exploring this. Why don't you ask me
Vice
something?
versa. Vice versa.
What do you mean vice versa?
Hold on, vice versa. Only the
Absolutely
week
not.
where I'm bleeding, you can't touch me.
Nah.
First of all,
If I have to call you every day, you're going down every day.
what?
Yeah.
What?
If you're saying an hour's call every day is a minimum requirement, then yeah, you have to go down every day. That's the equal measure standard.
Not really.
Wow. I mean, if you're good, you don't need an hour to do whatever you need to do. That's light work. That's 10 minutes work for an hour call. That's light.
That is crazy. He's crazy. You're crazy.
Why don't you ask me a question? Ask my crazy self a question.
Okay. Yeah, but I feel like I don't think men care about body counts.
Okay.
No, and look, I've got low bodies, but that's not the point. Because as much as like I'm a city girl and I like to have, I don't actually even like, how do I say? I like to have fun. My level of fun is not everyone's level of fun. Like it's definitely controlled. That's how I am. But a lot of men, like when I have my sex worker friends and whatever, like I've seen madnesses happen, like for real, yeah. And I've seen like, girls can, I feel like a lot of girls will know, yeah, like our hoe friends will get cuffed way before like the good girls who are not on nothing. And I'm just saying, like, I've just seen that as a trend over the years, innit? Like,
I think those women are, maybe they've chosen guys who, maybe those guys don't care. It's possible because like different guys care to varying degrees. Most guys do have a standard to some degree.
do you think?
Yeah, they do.
What makes you say that?
Because if you ask a guy, would you marry a girl who's been with 100 guys? Most guys will say no.
No, of course they'd say no, but yeah, they'd eat her out. Like
they would have sex with her casually for sure. But a lot of them would not consider her long term. No.
No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say was with your friends, it could be that they're with guys that maybe those guys don't care that much. That's fair enough. It could be that.
Is it an ego thing? Is it your pride? Like, does it hurt a man's pride if you get with someone who, you know, has a past? Because a lot of guys, yeah, I feel like women should care more about a man's past. Because a lot of guys, you know,
well, women do care, just in different ways.
I know, but I feel a lot of women are more willing to compromise. Whereas if a man knows that you have
not
a
on his
certain
future
past,
though. Women tend to care more about his future, which is why they want him to have ambition, and men tend to care more about her past, which is why they care about how many people she slept with. And the reason men care is because men see sexual intimacy with women as the prize, and so the more people who have had that prize, the less valuable it seems. No guy wants to be going around with a girl who he's invested his everything into, and you know every other guy on the street has had her sexually.
Well, no, but every other guy, no, like that. Just it always sounds like this. I don't know, but I just feel like it always sounds like this. Is it misogynoir? Like it just sounds like
it's a standard that men have.
Certain men have that they don't actually exercise.
So you don't think men care about body count?
I've literally.
Okay, so
what's your
body count?
No, my bodies are low. I told you.
So what is it? You said men don't care. So tell us.
I've had sex with 9 people.
Cool.
But there's people who'll be upset that it's more than 3.
And there are people who are like, great, it's less than 20.
Okay.
That's what I said. Like different guys have different standards. For some guys, they'd be like, I would not take her seriously. Some guys would be like, that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Why would they not take me serious?
Yeah. Some guys wouldn't.
I wouldn't take them serious either. So
and that's okay too.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People have different standards and that's all right. Like you said it yourself, right? If you meet their standards, then they're right for you. If you don't, then you don't.
Like I would not want to date someone who slept with more than 20 women.
And you're allowed to have that standard and that's okay.
But we can compromise at 24.
How generous of you. Kim, you're so generous.
I know.
You're so generous. Let me ask you one more thing. Last thing. What's one unrealistic expectation you think women have about men? And I'll give one that I think men have about women.
I don't know. I just feel like women don't actually require too much. I think there's this, when he makes me feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, bitch? Like, what do you mean? How does he like? I feel, and men do it as well. Like, oh, I need to make her feel safe. How do you make her feel safe? Like, outside of maybe emotional security, how do you
It could be physical
ensure that?
security. I think physically, that he, when they go out, he's always aware of their surroundings. Little things like he walks on the roadside of the roadway and stuff like that. It could be just making sure she's okay in certain environments,
I don't know. I just feel like
I don't think it's unreasonable for women to want their man to make them feel safe.
no. I think they should. It's how do I say it? Like they have I think it's very important I think that's a real thing, but I just feel like in practice, it's not the way it seems. Like it's not the way it seems. I don't know how to explain it really.
That's all right. I think emotional security is definitely one. I think that's part of the reason why you have this standard of he has to call me every day, because you need to feel emotionally secure and loved within the relationship. And that's just how you feel it. Do you know what I mean?
And in other ways.
And in other ways, but I think that's an example of that's you seeking security emotionally from the man that you're with. That's why you have that standard.
Definitely.
Exactly. So that
how
makes you feel safe.
I've got a question quick. How often do you feel like for a relationship to work, how often should you see the person that you're dating in a month? Like we have 12 months in a year. So how often do you feel like you should spend time with that person?
I think that is very particular to each couple. I think because some people are in long distance relationships, so I'd say at least if you're in a long distance relationship, I think at least a long weekend a month, I think ideally. I think if you're in the same city, once or twice a week, I think that's pretty normal.
But a lot of people are in long distance relationships in the same city.
That's not long distance.
No, but it can't why my thing is like
it's not long distance.
It's not, but in essence it's not, but people don't really like to meet people anymore. I don't know, I
disagree. I think if you're into someone, you want to see them.
I think so too.
But if they don't want to see you, they're just not into you.
Simple.
We agree on something. We made it. We got there. It took us an hour. We got there. Listen, I appreciate you coming on, sharing your energy with us. I know you've kind of deleted your Instagram, but if people want to find you and follow you, do you want to share your page in case you get it back? Where can they find you?
Just go on YouTube, type in Kim Cash. I've got some music videos there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you sharing your energy with us today. We'll definitely get her on at some point. I'm sure you guys are going to love this episode. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode.